Welcome everyone, video number 11, chapter number 10 of The Way of the Superior Man, a little book journey that we're doing together, going through and just dissecting this book bit by bit and kind of having a companion piece to reading one of the best books for masculine energy there is in this world. If you haven't read the book already or you want to listen to the audiobook, please get them. They're available at the links below in the description in the YouTube. But this chapter, let's dive in. It is Enjoy Your Friend's Criticism. It's another one of those really short chapters in The Way of the Superior Man, and it's really just making the case of one simple thing. Meet with your male friends about once a week and make sure that you do it and give each other brutal, honest feedback. What I really like about it and where it goes into a little bit more depth in this chapter is it starts to open the question of if you can't do this or if this is a struggle to you and you just want friends to be appeasing to you or, like pleasing to you and give you just happy feedback and not actually challenge you, then you might have an unresolved issue with your father, alive or dead. And that's one of the things that he makes clear there. I think there's one problematic thing I think with this chapter, and I think if any wives were to read it, they'd probably not like this example that he gives. But I think the message behind it is really good. It is really good. So basically he's saying, yeah, you should go once a week to sit down with your closest men friends, discuss what you're doing in your life and what you're afraid of doing. The conversation should be short and simple, state where you're at, and then your friends can give you like a behavioral experiment. Now, the problematic thing in here is he gives this example of I want to have an affair with Denise, but I don't want to hurt my wife. I'm afraid of her finding out, you might say. And then your friends would come back with, you've been talking about Denise now for 6 months. You're wasting your life energy on this fantasy. You should either have sex with her by tomorrow night or drop the whole thing and never talk about it again. So that challenges the hesitation and mediocrity. So I like that, but the problematic thing I think about it is it gives an example, I think. I'm not sure every man is sitting in there with their guy friends. The first thing that they want to do is talking about an affair. And I just don't think I think the thing that would be difficult for women to read this, knowing as much as I do about even just knowing my wife in that kind of way. But having said that, I think it's very good, the advice behind it. It's trying to challenge it, because quite honestly, if you are with your close guy friends and you are having some kind of fantasies about an affair or something, it is the men in your life that challenge you and push you to it. It's not telling you to stop it. It's it's pushing you in a different way. It's going, okay, go do it or shut the fuck up about it, right? And the moment that a man gets pushed in that way, he realizes that what he is talking about is actually resistance and not the actual want of it. It's actually a resistance of probably going deeper in the last chapter was all about doing it for love and going all the way deep in. And if that's too scary for someone, there's often this resistance come up of other ideas, of other things to do. And I think that's the brilliant thing about men meeting together is when they're actually fully honest and open and can go straight in for the honesty and the honest push. The honest, tactical prod right on that sore spot of going, get your shit together, right? And I love that about this. And it's practical. It's not really emotion in it. It's just get on with it, get on with it. Don't stop sitting in indecision. But again, like I said, I think that would be, if you are having your wife read along with you, I feel like that's probably one line that she might read along and not quite understand the masculine there and maybe have their own traumas around. But the rest of the chapter is really good. I love this. If you merely want support from your friends without challenge, it bespeaks an unresolved issue you may have with your father, whether he is alive or dead. The father force is the force of loving challenge. That's the thing, loving challenge and guidance. Without this masculine force in your life, your direction becomes unchecked and you are liable to meander in the mush of your own ambiguity and indecision. Your close men friends can provide the stark light of love, uncompromised by a fearful Mr. Nice act by which you can see the direction you really want to go. Yeah, and then it finally ends with a little message here of choose men friends who themselves are living at their edge, facing their fears and living just beyond them. Men of this kind can love you without protecting you from the necessary confrontation with reality that your life involves. You should be able to trust that these friends will tell you about your life as they see it, offer you a specific action which will shed light on your own position and give you the support necessary to live in the freedom just beyond your edge, which is not always or even usually comfortable. Exactly. It's not comfortable, but it's so much better when you actually have, men that you can trust with that. Because often I think if you are a man out there that is, let's say, even having fantasies of an affair or something like that, like genuinely chat to it about with other men specifically first, because I think you'll probably find straight away that there are some things within yourself that you have not healed, and often you are having a resistance from going deeper into life rather than having a resistance of partner, maybe even a resistance to the feminine, and that's because you don't really want to heal what you have going on, or your inner boy is trying not to, if that makes sense. But yeah, I do like that chapter for that reason. So next one is very promising. If you do not know your purpose, discover it now. It's another short chapter and we'll get through it next week. See you then.